く出版しているのでとても気に入っています。
Alright, we're live. I hope everybody's doing well today. I had a little bit of a headache, took a little nap. That's why I'm starting a little bit late, but hopefully everything will work for a little while. Only planning on going for a couple of hours, because I still got to make dinner tonight. But should have fun. I'm going to see if I can do a little bit more stuff on my characters, get my dailies out of the way, and hopefully chat with y'all. So here we go. Let me see, where am I doing my quest today? Looks like Leeway. We've got... probably kill a bunch of hill trolls. Quick, easy chest. No, I'm not quite as completionist as Andrew is, so I still have a bunch of chests floating around. Drives him nuts whenever he's on my game. He finds stuff that I haven't done yet. Oh, that's the worst. There's always one. Come on. There it goes. Moonlit Fantasy? Don't know. I don't recognize the name of that one. Let's see here. Oh, Tsukimichi? I have not heard a date announcement. I just know that Andrew had mentioned that it had been announced that there was going to be a second season. Did you hear of what season on Tsukimichi? Did you hear what season that one's coming out the next part. Let's see. It'll probably be in the to be announced. Ooh, Iruma-kun's getting a 3rd season. Awesome. Love it. God bless this wonderful world. It looks like it's getting another one. The one with the slime boy. Looks like he's getting another season. Did they? Well, we all make fun of my memory, so. Yeah, it just has to be announced. So it's not actually giving me any date on when it's coming out again. Sorry about that. Yeah. Daggone wind thing. Change to Yoimiya. I really gotta work up some more characters. I was happy with how they finalized that show out, so I am excited about the next season on that one. They kind of put in a impending situation on there, kind of bookended it pretty well. And it doesn't feel like, yeah, I guess in a way it did feel kind of, didn't feel as bad as Spirit Chronicles did. That's for fact. Didn't feel as bad. Spirit Chronicles was pretty bad. Overall, the show was interesting. I did like that show overall, but yeah, didn't much care for the ending at all. Frankly, it made me mad. Yeah, I'm gonna start flipping stuff here in a second. That's how mad I am. Oh, don't do that. I hate it when it does that. Now I've got to reset everybody back up.
私についてきてください。
いいだろう。
Oh. Darn it. Where's my girl? There she is. I forget. She's the newbie. So she's all the way at the bottom of my list. Ooh, speaking of which, I can put a couple of, no, don't, I don't want to start a fight with nobody, just leave me alone. Character page. Stuff? Yeah, I do. I'll just go ahead and do it. Yeah, I know. I hate wasting XP. That just irritates me. Leave me alone. Darn it. Told you to leave me alone. Why don't these guys ever leave me, listen to me? It's almost like they're programmed to annoy me. Couldn't do my cheat.
裁きの雷。
Where's my last one? Oh my gosh, it's one of the ones that annoy me. But then again, there's a lot of things that annoy me in this game. I don't know why I say that's one of the things that annoys me. It isn't. It's not that bad. There's things that are far worse that annoy me. Where are you going? Leave my thingy alone.
裁きの雷。
天理チョーク。
Let's go turn this in. Oh, I do have a Kokomi quest that I can do.
無事今日の依頼を達成。星と深夜。
Probably go ahead and take care of that. Oh, 2 hours left for... I don't know why I did Lisa, but it's done. It's done and over with. Let's go do that. This, boom. How many lamps am I on? Dude, 3. That's 2. I do 1 more somewhere. Come on, where's the 3rd one? And yes, for whatever reason, my characters really want to climb stuff. I don't know if I just get too close. I don't want to mess with that right now. Which is possible. It's very possible for me to want to be too close to things. I'm kind of weird like that. Okay, I found 2 of them. There's got to be a 3rd one around here somewhere. Otherwise they wouldn't say light 3 of them. I'm sure. Yeah. And it's in a dark area, so it's kind of a pain in the butt to see.
2 are inside bushes.
1 inside of a bush here somewhere.
2 of them are inside bushes.
Probably because of my NVIDIA overlay.
Ugh. It's super bad.
Yeah.
There you go.
I just thought it looked good. It looks a lot better during the daytime. It just makes it hard to see during the night. And I went back. Oh well.
Playing a first-person shooter where they're trying to overemphasize the whole effect of going into rooms. Yeah. Yeah, I went all the way down there meeting everything. I'm like trying to find these stupid things.
Got that one.
Out in the open, right?
Yes.
Got that one. And then just corner really.
You see a lamp in here?
All around there. Okay, down to the right there.
Why is it getting darker?
No, you just pass it. Right here.
two turned around. There it goes. Starting to get lighter. There we go. That's what I needed.
逃げ道はありません。
剣女盤石。
火力全開。ボンボン爆弾はじけろ。やっ。あ、へい。よい。あ。やい。だっただ。へへ。へい。よいしょ。やい。やっ。あ。
Okay, that takes care of that. So Parzival, who's best girl in Tsukimichi? I don't know. I like Mio. I like them both, but
One life for life.
I don't know. I do have a soft spot for Emma, as
Yeah, it's
yeah, she wasn't around enough to kind of overwhelm Mio. Dispatch that. Oh, already finished it off. That works. I do kind of like that, but I know that that won't last for very long. It kind of sucks though, because it is kind of cool to have my dispatches getting something that's actually worth the time to actually take the 5 seconds to do that. I've got to hurry up and buy my battle pass already. But big problem is I haven't decided which weapon. I always end up doing that. I get to the point where I get to the level 30 battle pass. I buy it and then I go, but what weapon do I want to use it on? And then I just buy one just out of pure obligation of getting it out of my the question out of my system. I fell in the gutter, it looks like. Okay, let's see. Did have, like I said earlier, I've got the... Oh, do the one that I want to do. I hate this crap. I don't want that. That's what I want. The battle pass weapon, yeah. I've never felt so wavering in my desire to not use that weapon banner. Like I said before, I'm very likely to never actually roll on the weapon banner, but I do kind of want that catalyst for Kokomi, but I really don't need it, and I just need to stick to my guns on that. Is this the Kokomi? Which one is the Kokomi?
今日ね
This one. Go to that. Okay, that
で
one.
変わった模様のトカゲを捕まえたんだ
Alrighty.
見たことない模様だから
I do need more Kokomi mats, but I need more XP books as well, so I'll probably end up having to roll or run ley lines today. Plus, I have nearly no,
旅人ここのこと
have no
覚えてる
Mora, so that's going to be a problem as well.
島に来た時ここを通ったことがあるだろあの時お前はメカジキ2番隊の隊長になってたよなもうあれからだいぶ時間が経ってるから抵抗軍の兵士たちがまだお
Why
前の
wouldn't
ことを
they
忘れてない
remember
と
me?
言うんだけど
She's talking like this is a
渡積島も
50-year since I did the battle.
近くを見て回ろうぜ
I mean, granted, a lot of them were losing all their memories and stuff, or losing their life force and stuff.
敵がこちらより少なければ干渉を求むべし海辺の敵輸送船あり船を燃やせば勝利をもたらさん
五郎様結論は出ましたか
ああ三五宮様の残した虎の巻をもとに推測するとファデュイの船が近くに停泊しているのがわかるだからこそファデュイの奴らもあんなに突き上がっているんだろう
How's it going,
二
Aaron?
手に分かれよう一体が奴らの注意を引きもう一
How you
体が
doing
そ
today?
の隙に後ろから回り込んで奴らの船を燃やすそうすればきっと奴らも逃げられまいいやしかし三五宮様は兵力が不足している状況では兵を分断するなとも言っていた付け入る隙を与え総崩れを招いてしまうとでは救援を呼びましょうかそれでは間に合わない奴らの動向を見るにもうここを離れる準備が済んでいるだろう
I absolutely love the fact that so many of my favorite voice actors are on this game. I just love it.
兵力が足りない以上今回は一旦諦めるしかない
ではあいつらをこのまま逃すというのですか
I had a little bit of a headache, took a small nap, made it to where I had to start my stream a little bit late, but I should be good to go.
窮地に陥りしとき
Unfortunately, it limits the amount of time that I can stream because I've still got to make dinner tonight.
いまいち意味がわからない援軍とは
But I'll
一体
do what I can do. I feel a lot better now that I took that nap, though, for sure.
渡積島に戻っていたんですか助かった
Gotta do
やはり
that.
三五宮様の虎の巻に間違いはなかったようだちょうどいい時に来てくれた近頃ファドゥイの残党どもに異常な動きが見られてなそれで今回俺たちは奴らの動向を探り事前にここで待ち伏せをしていたんだだがこちらには兵を二手に分けられるような人数がいない悪いが注意を引きつける役を任せられないだろうか
わかったファデュイがまた何か悪さをしようとしてるのかもしれないオイラたちも放っておけないぜ
よしことは急を要する俺たちは後ろから奴らの船を燃やすその後また落ち合おう油断するなよ
Yeah, I would agree. I don't want to.
どうやら抵抗
While
軍の
I'm
みんなは
I do try to be a bit more chill when I'm streaming. At the same time, I don't want to be low energy, and that's a very, very different animal to me. Yeah.
ソーランの憩い
裁きの雷
弾けだ
Y'all are brutal sometimes. Get out of there.
ボンボン爆弾全部ドカーンやいは
Can you join me? I don't really mind, but I would be kind of curious as to why you would want to join.
ひどい
No? Dice somehow started Leyline? Okay. I don't want to do a Leyline right now. If you're just interested in taking my mats, I'd rather not. If you just want to goof off, I don't mind. Not that I take a lot of my mats. It's not particularly but I do kind of not caring for people that do that. Which I tend to be suspect of people who try to just jump onto my game, so that's just a tick of mine. But yeah, I don't really mind. That's fine. I don't know. Can you guys see my UID on there at the bottom? There's one at the top there. America, I guess. I don't remember selecting a server, so. Ah, chill. Please don't kill me.
ご安心を
逃げ道はありません。
よいしょだけだ
Oh, shoot. Okay. I'll come back to there in a second. Please don't kill my Klee. Yeah. It, like I said earlier, they finished it out pretty well. Mm-hmm.
難攻不落。
見切りました。
Oh, heads up, if it does complain about the fact that I won't be able to do the quest that I'm actually doing right now, I will probably... Dadgummit. Killed my Klee anyway. I do know some of the quests do demand that you not be in co-op. It's the joke that I made yesterday with Andrew. Andrew made.
またやっちゃった。
It is a very unique isekai. I think that it really kind of boils down to the. It's not. He's not quite a quote unquote anti-hero. He is a hero for the hero against the. In a way, a hero against the system, and that's what I think makes it the most unique. Some of their systems, the world building that they got going on there is interesting, but the fact that he is literally the good anti-hero, which is as goofy as it sounds, that's really kind of what he is, and I think that's what gives it a very very different flavor. I really don't like those fat guys. And I hate to say it that way, but I don't like them. They annoy me. And I know that 99% of my problem in this particular fight is him. There, he's gone. Yeah, I know.
ご安心を。火力全開。やあ。
But then again, Clea has never gotten along with this guy either, so... But you can see how much of a difference taking out the big guy at first made for me. You see? And they gotta dump another one on me. Ah. And he's a protector, so he's gonna... I got him before he went and protected him. There we go. I don't care. You can protect that guy. My bombs will break through your shield. Go, Clee, go. I liked Realist Hero. I think that one did a lot of really cool stuff. But I like I said before on the podcast, I like the builder type shows. Or I like the builder type games, stuff like that, and Realist Hero just kind of fits into that. So I get the best of both worlds. I get the anime that's an isekai, and plus I get the kind of builder type feel of that. So I really do love it.
ここみの虎の巻なのか？どれどれ。うわ、こんなに分厚いのか？
実はこれはまだ一部でしかない。あと5冊もある。
そんなに？
三宮様はあらゆる状況に応じた戦略を考えている。それにこれらは常備用の虎の巻だ。少し多いのも仕方ないこと。この虎の巻のおかげで俺たちはあらゆる複雑な状況に対応できている。
こんなにたくさんの策、どんだけ時間をかけて書いたんだ。あらゆる状況に対応できるようにするなんて考えただけで。
How's it going? Hey, Nayara. I'm gonna go ahead and call you Nayara. Is that alright?
せっかく渡積島に戻ってきたんですし、もう一度メカジキ2番隊の指揮を取りませんか？僕たちみんな隊長に戻ってきてほしいと思っているんです。 今は平和な時期ですので、隊の数を減らして民の暮らしを手伝う必要があると三国宮様はおっしゃっていました。約半分の兵士は特別行動隊の編成を維持し、各小隊の支援をしています。そしてもう半分は見回り、建造、農業などの作業を行っています。ただ先日、昔の同僚が
Yeah, fantasy shows are fantastic, and I really love that.
抵抗軍のみんなは
I I do find that I'm
俺た
learning
ちがここに来たのは
more and
会
more.
に誘ってくれたからなんだ。ゴロ
There's a
ここがどこにある
a
か知ってるか
very interesting
三国宮様なら今は多分ボーロー村にいる。
kind of
何かあったらしい。
feel that you can start to see as you're watching
俺たちもそろそろ離れよ
a lot of animes all at the same time. You can see
う。もし道中で兵士
kind
た
of
ち
the
を見かけたら
trends that are going on, and it's interesting to see. It's like I've said before several times on the podcast, pointing out the fact that I would absolutely love to see the demographics behind a lot of these shows.
なんであんなこそこそ
Who is actually paying attention to what kinds of
何か
shows?
厄介なことがあったのかもしれない。
Because I think
心
that
配だ。
it's fascinating to see that the more low key things are starting to become more and more prominent. I'm not going to say they are the shows that are going on right now, because you still have a lot of actiony kind of bubblegum type shows going on. Let me see here. I hate that I'm not paying attention to the story that I'm doing right now. History concerns, but whatever this is. But yeah, like I said, I would love to see the demographics and who's really the prominent markets for which shows, because I think it's fascinating to see the rise of the quote-unquote low-key shows, or the Yashikes for sure. I know they're not really Yashike, but more I would call them low-key. I gotta go back up. Darn it. Come on, Clee. Find yourself a safe spot. Darn it. There's a good spot. There's a lot of stuff that's coming out in the next season for sure. My plate will definitely be full. It's so funny. I was thinking about this a while ago. I am now, because of the fact that I'm so going from season to season, I would have put us in winter pretty much already. Why I never really kind of put this season as fall, I don't know, but I do know that it's kind of one of those things where you look back on things and you go, yeah, I guess basically like December. I would never put December as a fall month. I would automatically put December as winter. But because I'm so locked in step with the seasons for the shows, now I actually have to pay attention to that stuff.
あなたはメカジキ2番隊の隊長。
What? You guys forgot me already? Dear heavens, how long has it been since I've been with these guys?
あなたのことは知っていますよ。あなたのおかげで自分はメカジキ2番隊の隊員ではありませんが、当時タタラスナにいた時、あなたをお見かけしたことがあります。両軍が対峙する中、
Oh, okay. He wasn't in my squad. That's what it is. Maybe he took Tepe's spot.
何か自分に手伝えることは何でもお手伝いします。皆さんの落ち着きがない。多分まだ戦争の影響が尾を引いているのでしょう。戦場では犠牲になる可能性が常にあったので、皆さんすごく気を張っていましたし。そんな状況下で戦争がいきなり終わったため、皆さんどうやって普通の生活に戻ったらいいのかわからないんですよ。ですので心配しなくても大丈夫です。少し時間が経てば皆さん良くなると思いますよ。それ以外だと自分には心当たりがありません。ですが三国宮様がいる以上、渡積島に
Yeah,
危険はないと
this is one of those weird
それに
couple of weeks, weird few weeks where we have to squeeze a lot of extra shows in, and at the same time got to keep up with starting the new season. So I was telling my mom one time that because I was mentioning that this is this weird time frame in which between the two seasons where we both have extra time and we don't have extra time because we're eating it up, catching up on shows. Because no matter how hard we try to keep up on the shows during the season, eventually something ends up getting falling behind. Like, for instance, I've got a couple of episodes of Aquatope that I have to watch. I've got I kind of want to catch up on Black Company. I ended up falling behind on that one. I've caught up on a few shows that I did already fall behind on. Like Aquatope is one of them where I technically caught up for a little while, and now I fell behind again because it's just in a weird spot. I've done pretty good because Love Live is in a weird spot as well, where it feels like it's in a same situation as Aquatope, where I don't know if it's just falling on a weird day and it's ending up going outside of my list. Because I keep putting it off. What happens is like Iramakun was another one that was kind of weird, in this weird spot where I have basically 2 or 3 hours I dedicate to anime per night. And so I'm trying to keep up with them on that 2 or 3 hours, and I come home from work, I try to get my dailies in on Genshin, and then we eat dinner, I get my dailies in on Genshin. At around 7 o'clock I have to start watching my shows. If I end up spending any extra time on Genshin, like jumping on Andrew's game so that we can do some co-op stuff or something like that, that'll throw my time off, and so I don't get as many hours in on my shows. So what I'll end up doing is some of the other shows, I end up just the ones that I want to watch is the ones that I'll focus on, and so that ends up with one of them getting delayed a day or two, in which usually most of the time I can catch up on those, but every once in a while one will slip by where another day will come in and a whole bunch of shows will show up on my list, and the other show will kind of get popped off to the back of the list. It's one of those, there's only so many title cards that it can show on my Roku player, so the one at the end of the list will will slide off, and so unless I specifically remember, I need to go and catch up on that show. Which, like I joked before, I don't have good memory, so at least that sometimes I tend to forget silly things like that. I'm not like living in Dementia World or nothing like that. Maybe I am. I don't know. I am kind of crazy. So it may very well be just dementia. And no, I'm not making fun of anybody who has to deal with dementia. We had to deal with dementia, so it's not that funny. But outside of making that turn dark, let's go get this quest. I don't know why I went all the way over there. Black Company is a weird one. I like it, and at the same time, it is a little bit... I want it to do better than it is, and I think that's my frustration with it. In all honesty, it has a lot of potential. See, if you remember right, when we were doing our first, not our first impressions, I think we were doing our PV. That one I was a lot more hype on than Realist Builds a Kingdom. And when all shook out, Black Company got stuck in its jokes is really what it comes down to. And I don't know how to explain it better than that. It's trying way too hard to make its jokes funny. And it's forgetting about the thing that it was kind of its hook, which is to take over a bureaucracy and make that bureaucracy work for the main guy. Yes, it's still there in the background, but it's almost like it's an afterthought. Its main drive is making fun of the shoving the jokes into literally everything that it does. Which is not a bad thing. If you catch its humor, if you like its humor, it'll work perfectly for you. But when it comes down to it, its main drive is, like I said, it's an afterthought. At least it feels like an afterthought. To me. I know I'm not everybody. There he is. Yeah, and as you go farther into it and it introduces... It'll become really, really obvious when they add... I'm going to say the fourth character to the main the side characters. You've got the main guy, and then you've got... there's four main quote-unquote cast members that are side characters. When they add that fourth one, you'll see it. You'll see how much they start shoving jokes in there. Because while I like the fourth character, do not get me wrong, that character is adorable, and it really is kind of funny. But the problem is that that fourth character's joke will get shoved into literally everything involving pretty much anything that is comedy involved in that. It's And it's a joke. You'll know the joke as soon as you see the character and that joke is revealed. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about and how they're going to shove it into almost everything. I mean, it's not like that character takes over the entire show, but you'll see what I'm talking about very quickly. Autoplay, dang it.
なんだか見慣れた顔がどこかで見たような誰だったか。
And that character is not going to ruin the show. I mean, the show is already what it is. Once you get you know what you're getting into when you get the system, you understand what they're doing, and it becomes very obvious. It's a joke that's been done a lot. I'll just say that. They have some goofy, weird takes on it, so it is kind of all right with that. But it's a joke that's very overdone. I don't know if I want to say overdone. It's just a joke that's been done a lot.
うわー、もう眠っちゃいそうだ。
I'm trying not to spoil it for you while at the same time just acknowledging it.
他の人に聞こうぜ。
和平交渉に同意するなんて、産後宮様は一体何を考えてるんだ。
ああ、天領奉行の奴らは全く信用できない。奴ら秘密裏にファデュイと結託して俺たちと引き続き戦争しようとしてるらしいぞ。
本当か？それは確かなんだろうな。
もちろん本当のことだ。俺たちの仲間がファデュイと対峙した時、陰謀を企ててる奴らを見たそうだ。
やっぱりそうだったのか。天領奉行の奴ら、未だによこしまな心を。産後宮様はやはり甘い。奴らを
You can almost look at the character and tell what the joke is.
静かに、誰か来る。
何を話してたんだ？
隊長？あ、戻っていたんですね。さっきのこと、隊長に言ってもいいか？
やめておけ。この人は産後宮様に買われている人物だ。彼女も和平交渉を主張するかもしれない。
隊長なら俺たちを理解してくれるはずだろ。いや、でも確かに用心に越したことはないか。その隊長の帰還歓迎します。こちらは何も異常ありません。すべて順調です。
産後宮様は村にいると思います。隊長もそちらへ向かってはいかがでしょう。
おい、なんかこそこそ何かを言ってたような。でも言いたくないなら仕方ない。まずは村に行ってみようぜ。なんだなん
早く言え。渡積島から仕入れた品物をこっそり天領奉行に渡してるんだろう。天領奉行の商人であるお前が渡積島で商売してるなんて前々からおかしいと思ってたんだ。今回こそは言い逃れできまい。
誤解です。誤解？何を今さら。
You probably are on the mark with what you think it is. Let's just say it's awfully feminine character, right? And that should tell you everything you need to know.
ここにいたのか。何か揉め事みたいだぞ。事情を聞いてくれ。
産後宮様、この商人が怪しい行動をとっていたゆえ捕まえておきました。私どもの調べによれば彼は長期的に商品を仕入れているのですが、それらを売っていないようです。それなのに品物を持っていないため きっと天領奉行にこっそり運んでいるに違いありません。
違います。私は
そこまで皆さん冷静に私と一緒に深呼吸しましょう。少しは落ち着きましたか？
Granted, I just pretty much gave it away big time for everybody. If anybody did not get it from that, I don't know what to tell you, but
ですがその前にこちらの商人さんが過ちを犯したかどうかにかかわらず、少なくとも弁解する機会を与えるべきではないですか？過ちを犯せば罰を受けるのは当然。しかしそうでなければ冤罪を着せるわけにはいきません。渡積島で行われる
Yes.
物事は主観
yes,
的な
very
判
very
断ではな
much.
く、
Steins Gate, you've got it. You hit that right on that nail right on the head.
私の部下が品物のことについて疑問を抱いています。そのことについて説明をなさってから私が判断を下すというのはいかがでしょうか？
はい、もちろん。渡積島で商売を始めてから確かに在庫を多数抱えていました。もう少し在庫を確保して商品の値段が上がった頃に売ろうかと。あしかしそんな時、仕入れた品物をファデュイに奪われてしまったんです。私が何をしたという
So,
の
like I
でしょう。
said, it's a great character, but when it comes down to it, they shove the joke in a little bit hard, just like we were talking earlier, where they're trying to shove the humor into a lot of situations and be darned with the main storyline. Hey, half 99% of it is I love helping people enjoy their anime. That's what it really comes down to.
ファデュイと結託？それはどこからの情報ですか？私は何も知りません。それに結託していたとしても私と関係ないじゃないですか。
Yeah, as long as it's not violent. Hey, I'm doing okay with my violent shows. Not doing that bad. I stuck with 5 seconds, and I stuck with Momotaro. Peach Boy Riverside. Huh? Those aren't violent. No. I do not want to see cute girls in all the situations that cute girls are getting into in that show. No, absolutely not. Peach Boy is absolute bubblegum. If you want to call it bubblegum, I guess bubblegum's bad. It's popcorn action. They have some interesting things going on, but it's not enough to hang my hat on and say, "Hey, this is doing something deep and enlightening." It's just no. That's not the thing that I would go, hey, go and watch that. It has a bad. Andrew was making fun of the fact that I got really frustrated with its timeline shifting. It's doing kind of a weird go back to find out what it's doing here. So it's filling in backstory. But the shift is usually so. It's important that it does it, but it doesn't feel natural. It doesn't feel like a natural flow of a storyline. Out of that show, I think most of it's quote unquote good fights were at the beginning. It hasn't really done really fantastic fights since. There is one big fight that they do at some point, but it actually two pretty big fights, but they haven't been doing anything like they were doing in the first few episodes. But I think that show really thrives more on the tension building, and then payoff, for lack of a better term. Oh, Kokomi started talking. Dadgummit. See, I can't talk to you guys and pay attention to the storyline at the same time. I hope that makes sense. What I'm talking about is what it tends to do is it's not super flashy stuff where you get some crazy intense sakuga. What it tends to do is it tends to be one of those where it'll do a couple of cool things and then it'll do stare downs, and then you'll get some kind of a fantastic payoff at the end of it. That show really does thrive off of that kind of quote unquote battle scene. It's almost kind of the old style samurai shows where they'll sit there and they'll stare at each other. Spaghetti westerns do the same thing where they sit there and they stare at each other for a long time, and then you'll get this one big quick draw of the gun, and then somebody goes down. So you get that payoff. It's that very similar feel where you almost have this kind of inner dialogue where they're talking about this situation. Goku kind of does that. So Dragon Ball Z, they kind of do that here and there where they'll, but at least they do have the kind of the battle scenes to a point as well. So take that for what it is. I hope I'm making sense. How's it going, Carbon? Oh. Is Ayaka Raiden Shogun Sinlang? I would say yes, because you've got Raiden Shogun can give you your electric charge. You've got Senkui who can put on water. Zingling would be your vape, and then Ayaka can do some hard freezes. It's kind of pretty much similar to this team right here, where but at least you would have the fire in there for the vape. You'd be pretty much getting rid of Mize only with a fire user. So it's not. I don't think it's a bad team. You'd get a lot of elemental changes. And to me, just play what you want to play, man. If you like that team, if it works for you, go for it. I play these teams because they work for me. Granted, Kokomi is a new character, so I'm trying her out to see if she fits better and which team she'll fit in. I think she'll be an excellent addition to my teams. That's why I wanted her. And I am absolutely waifu over meta. I've made no bones about that the entire time I've been playing on stream. Oh, you haven't seen the... I think I heard a rumor that Hu Tao's rerun is up, so is going to be up next. I'm kind of hoping for it. I really, really want Hu Tao. She is freaking adorable. And I've always hated the fact that Andrew got her, and I can hear her doing her hill troll joke all the time when I'm playing with him. It's frustrating.
この3つの情報からと爆発で相手のそして血のりを生かすには
I am absolutely, I don't like this. I really gotta pay attention to what's going on.
どの戦術がいいですか私もこれがしっかりとさ
Kokomi, why are you asking me for a strategy? I thought you were the strategist. Oh, I got a trial on her. How long has it been since you played? I think the last time I'd heard it was somewhere around the 30. I do love Kokomi. She was freaking gorgeous. I wavered back and forth on whether or not I was going to roll for her, and then when everybody started crapping on her, it was like, this is just not right. But yeah, I finally decided to go for her, mostly just because of the fact that she's water and she's a healer. I'm going to force myself to like Catalyst for her. That's a way for me to explain. I will force myself to like Catalyst just for her. I don't play Catalyst at all. No, one character out of all of the ones that I play is Catalyst. Who? That's what I was saying. Kokomi is going to make me get used to Catalyst. Klee does not play like any other Catalyst. Everybody complains about the way that she plays because she plays so differently. I don't know. Like I said, she works fine for me. I've never had a problem with her. Well, and I think that the reason why is because she's literally doing small rainbow shots and she has a shorter range. Dadgummit. She's got a kind of short range right in front of her where all the other Catalysts seems like they're shooting long range distance heat-seeking missiles. Which I can see that. If that's your problem with the way she plays, then I can see that. That would make sense. Barbara does, if I remember right, Barbara does a small explosion in front of her, right? Yeah. I didn't like the way Barbara felt. Yeah, they're the shooters. And yeah, Kokomi is similar where she's a shooter as well. Which I think that might be my key to starting to like the Catalyst users, if I can get used to it. To me, Catalyst users, except for all the Catalyst users, except for Klee, I've had a hard time playing. Well, yeah, I've had a hard time playing archers as well. The only one that I like, the only ones that I've liked out of the archers is Yoimiya and Fischl. So, but they're a different play style as well. So.
逃げ道はありません。
爆発の規模は私の予想とほとんど同じでした。ファデュイたちも驚いていたことでしょう。
Yanyu's the last one you had. All right, that gives me a rough idea. You're not that far back. I think Hutao was one of the ones. Kazuha is new. I would be hesitant to say Zhao. I think Zhao was before Kokomi. Oh my gosh, please don't kill Mike Lee.
ご助力を。
剣女盤石天理チョーク。いざ。
Yeah, folks love making fun of Lisa's climbing sounds. I like Lisa because she's an Ara. Other than that, I don't use her because she's a Catalyst user.
岩山八九。
お見事です。
ここみが考えてくれた戦術のおかげだ。
どんな戦術であろうと、最終的には誰かが実行しなければなりません。これまで勝利を収めてきた戦いにおいて、
I mean, you're only
大事だっ
what?
たのは私一人の力などではなく、
That's only
皆さんの
3 or
努力
4
なんです
months back. I don't think it's been that long.
おいらもすっごく貢献したもんな。おい。
ですが、
Granted, there's pretty much 2 banners per month, so
これほど長くここで陣取っていたとは。彼らの目的は
I
何
think
なの
after
でしょう。
Ganyu was a Klee rerun,
本当に兵士たちの言っていたように、
but I
占領
don't
奉行
I don't
とこの
remember.
拠点をく
Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure Hu Tao was a character that came out at shortly after that. Raiden Shogun for sure. Kokomi was that's the banner that's up right now. Eula came in after Ganyu. Pretty sure Venti had a rerun at some... No, maybe not. I don't think... Maybe... I can't remember on Venti. Venti may or may not have had a rerun. Yanfei for sure is new. Yoimiya was 2 banners ago. She was before Shogun, Raiden Shogun, and Sayu I think came in with Shogun. Alloy is a co-op or crossover event, so you technically can still get her right now if you get on PlayStation. Kujosara came in. Kujosara was the one that came in with Shogun. Sayu came in with Yoimiya, or somewhere around there. Now, the ones that I don't have that probably came in is, like I said, I think Hu Tao came in after Ganyu. I could be wrong. Kazuha for sure. Zhao, I believe, was before Ganyu. And then those 2 I don't have. And I know they're original run characters. Elvado was shortly after, and that was after Klee, I believe. So that's all that's really came in. You haven't missed too many. Investigate. What am I investigating? Yeah, there we go.
これはファデュイが貯めてた食料？もう腐ってるみたいだぞ。こんなんで 普段きちんとお腹いうわこれって全部爆弾を作る
Well, don't forget, a couple of those are 4 stars.
すぎるここみに一言伝えてオイラたちで全部処理しちゃおうぜ これ探してた品物じゃないか中にいろんなものがあるぞ天領ここみ
はい。いえ、少し気が散っていただけ
I
です
agree.
見せてください。
But they're not as painful to get as the 5 stars.
確かに商人
is
さん
my
が落と
point.
したもので間違いないようですね。食料、薬剤、
Like I've said before, I've made no
すべ
no
て戦後に必須となるものばかり。きっとこれらを
no
蓄え
bones
てお
about
いて
making sure that folks know that this game is kind of predatory. It's a great game. I love it. But it is predatory.
彼が天領奉行に密輸しているとは考えにくいですね。
I have one friend that I was talking about this game, and they said that they put it on there and they yanked it right off real fast because and I understood that person's reason. This game is one of those that if you have no self-control, it's gonna be hell. This game is gonna be hell.
なんだかすっきりしないな
安心してください。こういった状況だった時のこともすでに
Yeah.
考えてあります。最新の戦後
It's like I literally, technically, the game has $100 of my money. It's just sitting there in a quote-unquote queue until the next character comes out and I decide whether or not I want to go for it. It drives me crazy that this game technically has $100 of my money just sitting there. I can't use it.
大げさです。現に天領奉行
And then on top of that, like I said before, the fact that they punish me for wanting to play longer. That bugs me as well.
しかもちょうどエネルギーが不足しそうになっているこの時に。
ここみなんかいたか
いえ、早くこの品物を持ち帰りましょう。祝賀会はもうすぐ始まります。このような面倒事は早く終わらせるに越したことはありません。
おいらたちも平和な渡積島で祝賀会をしたいからな
That poor thing, everybody. I mean, you want to talk about a character who is probably disliked more than Kokomi, it's probably her. I don't understand why she has so much hate. She is so adorable. I love her. And I really badly wanted her. She kept avoiding me for so long. I wanted her mostly because she is a fire claymore user. The characters that I like the most, just to be very clear, I love the way that the claymore users feel when I'm playing with them. They are, to me, I understand that a lot of people don't like them mostly because of how slow they feel, but I like the big swings that hit lots of monsters. To me, it's easier to control the situation with an AoE like that, if that makes any sense. One of the main reasons why Eula took over my team real fast. Because I just like the way that they feel. That's one of the funny things. I was, when Rosaria had first came out, I almost thought about making her a main. Because she actually feels very, feels a lot like a Claymore user as well. The way she plays anyway. Let's see if I can... Dang it. I hate these things. There we go. I don't know if I can do this. I'm just... Because she actually feels... she does a lot of wide swoops. That to me feels like a Claymore user. And she actually feels a lot faster than Eula does. And to be clear, she is not built in any way, shape, or form. That's why her numbers are so low. Now, Zhong Li does not feel that way. I don't know it, and I'm just talking about generally a feel to the way that they play. Now, Ball does actually feel pretty good when I'm playing with her. I actually find myself not even realizing when I use the sword or her ult. She feels really good, and then all of a sudden I'm suddenly realizing, oh hey, she's already out of her her ultimate. Yeah, I definitely cannot wait for that. It did. It was, but it wasn't. It was a satisfying. That show was definitely very satisfying because, like I told Andrew at some point, and I think I mentioned it on the podcast, is while that show does feel like it ended quickly, every episode felt so packed. Like there was so much condensed into each one of those episodes, which I give a ton of credit to. The script work and the director and the show composition for all that they put into those, and it still did not feel rushed. I probably did steal your line. I apologize. Oh, I gotta finish up that last season. I have not even bothered to go back. I keep meaning to, but I haven't. I just use the excuse I don't want it to end.
かしもなん
申し訳ございません。
軽率でした。
I mean, it's not true.
から仕事をまとも
I
に
just
していない
use it as
間
an
抜け
excuse.
なあなたたちがこうして面倒を引き起こすんですよ。やっと自分の間違いに気づきましたか。
商人さん、それを言うのはまだお早いかと。潔白を証明したとはいえ、わざと必需品を買いだめすることは今の政令によって罰せられる行為となっています。これらを自分の品物だと認め
Uh-oh,
た以上、
Kokomi's
私
laying
たち
down the
も
law.
それ相応の対処をしなければなりません。適正価格での販売に加え、罰金も課します。金額は
You thought she was a cute little sweet girl.
サンゴの宮様、
When it comes down to it,
私の味方だったんじゃ。
she's a
も
boss.
ちろん違いますよ。私は渡積島の荒人神の巫女。心象出没の理念に従うのみ。功績ある者は賞し、罪ある者は罰せ。
The last season I have not watched. That's all I haven't watched.
自
That's
身
all.
の行為に対して
I
代
have
価を
gotten-
払う番です。
I stayed up with it
そんな
for a while, but the last season I didn't watch.
金を払いな。
三五宮様。このものが
So if
品物
that's the
自分
third,
のものだと
then
言い
yeah,
ましたが
that's the one.
やはり少々気がかりなことがあります。天領奉行の印があるものは彼ので間違いないでしょう。しかし他の品物を見るとそうではないようです。特に
I think it was a
これ
there
は
was
明らかに神社で使われるもの。
to make it a little bit easier. There was a studio change, and that season I have not watched.
他の品物
No, the studio change was before I
持ち
stopped
主を探
watching.
しておいてください。
Right?
神社関係のものは私が対処します。あなたたちには苦労
Okay,
をかけます
then
ね。
yeah.
いえ、とんでもありません。しかし三五宮様、証拠をつかむことはできませんでしたが、天領奉行とファデュイの結託は私たちの仲間がこの目で見たことです。和平交渉について。
Yeah, the current one, whatever the last one was.
わかりました。しっかりと考慮しておきます。私はこれら神社関連のものを持って三五宮に戻ります。よければ一緒に行きませんか？渡積島の風土と人情は他の島々とは少々違ったものです。慣れていただけるといいのですが。
I don't know. I assume something important's happening. Mappa is pretty good. I will admit that.
この村、私も
We've
だいぶ長い
been
こと来て
pretty
いま
much
せんで
chiming
し
on
た。
that for a while.
近
I mean,
頃
they're
は
not the
処理す
best,
べき
but
こと
they
が
are
あまり
they
に
do
も多く、
some really solid good stuff.
今度機会がありましたら、
But
あなたを渡
the
積
best
島
would
のか
be
つての
in
神社
in
へ
my
連れて
opinion
行ってあげ
anyway.
ますね。実は最初、渡積島の神社は三五宮ではなく他の場所にありました。その場所とは渡積島の七天神像の近くです。当時渡積島は幕府ほど将軍を崇拝してはいなかったのですが、少なくとも彼女の存在を認めてはいました。ですが、あの人たちが振り落とされ、渡積島を守護する魔人が切られたことで、かつての神社は放棄されたのです。その頃より渡積島と幕府の関係は微妙なものとなり、互いの偏見はより深まっていきました。今回の和平交渉において、
Bum.
私もこの問題を天領奉行ときちんと話し合いするつもりでした。遠査というのはいつか必ず解決しなければならないものですので。
三五宮様、本日はどのような要件でここへ？なんだか顔色が以前に比べて良くない気がします。自分をいたわることをお忘れなきよう。あなたは私たちが一番頼りにしているお方ですので。
はい、ご安心を。私は大丈
Who
夫で
is
す。
her voice actress? I know we looked it up.
どうか今一度お考えを。 幕府軍とは長くにわたり戦ってきました。このまま和平交渉するなんて納得できません。彼らと和解したら、かつて我々を守護してくださった魔人の死が無駄になってしまいます。
おいおい、いい加減にしろって。いつの時代の話をしてるんだ。戦争は終わったんだ。安心した暮らしができればいいじゃないか。
それはもちろんわかる。じゃが、少なくとも主導権はこちらが握るべきじゃ。妥協なんてもってのほか。
安心してください。このことは再度考え、最善を尽くしますので。
よかったです。どうかお願いします。
あら、産後宮様、こんなところで会うなんて思ってもいませんでした。私の娘、今年巫女選抜に参加することになったんです。あの子が産後宮に入れば、この先も安心です。産後宮様はお優しいので、きっとよくしてくれますから。機会があれば、産後宮様にご教授してもらいなさいって、いつも娘に言ってるんですが。ほら、産後宮様って、お若いのにすでに人との接し方を心得ていて聡明でいらっしゃるでしょ。うちの娘もずっと産後宮様をお手本にしているんですよ。
彼女が産後宮に入った時は気にかけておきますね。
産後宮様、やっと会えました。今年の農作物の生産量が減少した問題についてご報告したいんですが。
ああ。
産後宮様、こちらはメカジキ2番隊の隊長ですよね。彼女はこれからも渡積島に残るのでしょうか。
産後宮様、
皆さん落ち着いてください。すべてお聞きしますので。ですが、時間のかかる問題は報告書にまとめて産後宮まで届けてください。時間の空いた時にきちんと処理します。大丈夫ですか？
Oh, that's brutal. She is the main girl in Kamisama Kiss. She's the wheelchair girl in Yuki Yuna. I mean, she is in Fairy Tale. She's a green hair girl, but that's not Fiore Hisui. She's not that prominent of a character. I mean, she is a big character, but she's not a prominent character. Unlike the other two, which I think Rurumo and Momoji, but that's only a show that maybe I would know. Waiting for an input from me. If I can find the game. There it goes. Yes, I have been watching 5 seconds. And I'm actually caught up on that one.
どうやらあなたはこのような場面に慣れているようですね。
産後宮様、ここにいらしたのですね。報告したいことが。祭礼用の道具がなかなか届かず、何者かに奪われたのではないかと思っているのですが。
それならもうすでに取り戻しました。ご心配なく。
そうだったんですか。さすが産後宮様です。それとここ最近の公文書を簡単にまとめて産後宮様の机に置いておきました。
That one, the funny thing about that one is I kind of wish that they would do a little bit more with the mechanics, especially the mechanics of the main character. It's trying too hard to play the I'm smarter than you thing. They're not using the mechanics, which is the whole reason I even bothered to go into that. Most of the other characters, it's kind of cool to see these really weird. I mean, and I give that show all the credit in the world for having some not super creative, but they do have some creative powers. Not all of them, obviously, because some of them are just so simple. Like, yeah. That was kind of contrived by all accounts. The one, the quintuple power, that's not all that creative. The make a sword out of splinters of of wood, not all that creative. But there is some creative ones in there. And one of them being there's a leader of the camp who has this, his power is called negotiation, or the mediator, or something like that, and he's got a pretty interesting ability. Obviously the main character, which is the one that the whole reason why I went to bother to watch the show, is because I was curious as to how he could use that to his advantage, and they've not really capitalized on that. They've done it here and there, but it hasn't done a lot of it. Instead, it's been, I'm smarter than you, and I've been controlling the entire thing from the whole time. Oh no, I've actually been controlling you this entire time. So it's been that more than anything. So, like I said, the powers are interesting. I just wish they would use that more. Instead, it's been, I'm smarter than you. That's how the show has ended up being. Another one that they did that was kind of fascinating, there was a character who has the ability to mimic somebody else's power, but she can only mimic the power at 1/10 of the power of whoever's ability. So, like, she pointed out, somebody had an ability to become invincible for like 2 seconds, and she pointed out, becoming 1/10 that is like 0.2% or 2 seconds that I'd be invincible. It's just useless for me to do that. And so they yeah, it was fascinating how they actually flipped that entire thing on its head, which I automatically thought that does kind of make your power kind of pointless. And that sucks, but they did end up flipping that on its head and actually making it to where she's actually pretty powerful in her own right. Oh. Stop making me do time changes. Stupid game.
告するような人じゃないと思うけど、まあ少し待つか。なんでまだ来ないんだろう。何かトラブルにでもあったのかな。あそこの兵士に聞いてみよ
う。三五宮様に会いたい？ここにはいないよ。俺も三五宮様がどこにいるのかわからない。悪いね。
そんな。じゃあオイラたち帰るしかないのか。
いや、諦めるのはまだ早い。確か三五宮様が残した常備用の虎の巻にこの状況を打破する解決策があったはずだ。確か第98条。
What else is there going on this season? I've got Alchemist, the pharmacist that I'm working on. Kind of frustrated with that one. It does fine for what it's trying to do. It's just a cutesy, cutesy fun show. Yeah, it's not doing anything. Yeah, it's doing just fine at doing what it's doing, which is nothing. So and like I said before, that one strangely enough, it feels like a mixed media project. Like they're selling whatever the pharmacist game is. I'm assuming that's what it is. I don't remember if we talked about that, so forgive me. Huh?
ここみの虎の巻に書いてあったやつに似てないか？あそこから中に入れるみたいだ。行ってみよう。
Don't go down there. There it is. Okay. Ooh, Kokomi has a secret hiding spot.
ここにいたのか。今日一緒に祝賀会の準備をする約束してたよな。
あなたたちでしたか。すみません。今日は少し具合が。
病気か？待ってろ。すぐに医者を呼んでくる。
いいえ、一時的にエネルギーを使い果たしてしまっただけです。
エネルギー？まさかここ見て人間じゃないのか？
いえ。
Gonna turn into a rune guard? What the heck is Paimon going on about? Oh my gosh.
このような万能な姿をずっと維持することはできないのです。気づいていたのですか？どうやら私もまだまだのようです。もっと隠し通す技術を磨かないといけませんね。実は私は人の上に立つのがあまり得意ではないのです。もともと私は兵学を学んで幕僚になるのが夢でした。他人と会話し、気を配り、顔色を伺い、利益を分配する。私にとって
Just to give you all a heads up, I got about 15 more minutes, and then I'm gonna start cutting things off because I do have to go out to get some stuff for dinner tonight.
私の得意分野ではありません。むしろかつての私が関わりを持ちたくなかった分野なのです。
I just hate how I end up cutting everybody off all at one time.
羊のせい
I don't want to do that. But I feel silly saying, hey, I'm leaving in about 15 minutes.
それを避けることはできません。ですので、自分に限界が来たとき、ここへ来るようにしているのです。本を読んで、
I don't know, whichever you guys think is better.
仕事には影響しませんので、ご心配
Y'all
なく。
say cut me off or cut y'all off at the exact time. Fine, I'll do that.
今夜はまだ演説が一つ残っています。兵士たちに良くない印象を与えるわけにはいきません。やっとのことで勝ち取った平和。彼らにはもっと息抜きを。
That's true. Nintendo Direct is tonight. If anybody did not know that.
このまま放っておいてもエネルギーはゆっくりと回復していきます。ただ
And Andrew has a 5,000 waifu list that he's going to do tonight.
確かこの前半分まで読んだ本が一冊
So y'all should check that out as well.
ただどこに置いたのか忘れてしまい。
オイラたちが探してくるよ。それをココミに読ませればココミも立ち直れるな。
Maybe one day I'll do a 10,000 waifu list just to beat Andrew.
やはりあなたたちが渡積島に戻ってきてくれて本当に良かったです。
I usually tend to lurk. Like I said, I tend to watch my shows during that time frame, so it's kind of hard for me to watch both of them. And while I am lurking, usually I have it off to the side so that I can see the chat. I don't usually have very much context to what you guys are saying because technically I'm not listening to what Andrew is saying. I will pop it on here and there. Just if I see something interesting that you guys are saying, I'll back up the stream to see what Andrew was saying for the context. But yeah, usually I'm watching my shows during that time frame because that's the best time for me to watch my shows. But yeah, y'all have to tell me if he starts bashing on my Rory, then you guys got to let me know so that I can, storm his room and kick and beat him or something. No. Because then he will turn that around on me. He will. He does it as it is. And I don't even have to make a slight off comment. He just turns it around on me. He's slick like that. Leave my Tama alone. See, I told you he'd turn it around on me. What, I don't want to talk to that. What in the world is going on? Uh-oh. I think I embarrassed Kokomi.
これも違うみたいだな。もう少し探そう。
I'll put Klee on and I'll make her turn up my volume just to drive Andrew crazy. Now that's a long time ago. I don't even remember why I hated Slain. That's pretty hardcore if you remember that I didn't like Slain.
多分この本だな。ほら、ここみが挟んだしおりもある。今すぐこの辺。
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't like him. No, I couldn't remember who you were talking about. All you had to do was mention Aikun, and I remember exactly who you're talking about. And why did you bring him back into my memory? I could have been perfectly happy just not remembering why I hate him. Act to plan. That sounds like that makes perfect sense. Let's do that. Ah. It's okay. Put Kokomi to sleep. Woohoo!
でも確かに疲れてるみたいだ。まだ時間があるならもう少しだけ休ませてあげるか。
災いを払い、安寧を守る。戦争は終わりました。すべてがいい方向へ。あなたたち見届けられましたか？私、眠ってしまったのですか？
What did you expect? You were tired.
すっごく長い間寝てたぞ。もうすぐ映画が始まる時間みたいだ。
そんなに長く。これほど安らかに眠ったのは久しぶりです。少なくともエネルギーも3点は回復したような気がします。これで和平交渉の終わりまで耐えられるはず。ありがとうございます。私たちも早く栄華の場に行きましょう。
ここみがいつもの状態に戻った。よかったな。
Now I've got to go somewhere else. Oh. Yeah, watch them turn around and make this victory feast about me for whatever daggum reason.
祝賀会の準備もそろそろ終わるようです。ご安心を。全く問題ありません。あなたたちのおかげでエネルギーがとても早く回復しました。よ
かった。オイラたちも応援してるぞ。
皆さんお疲れ様です。本日は祝賀会へようこそ。ついに我々と幕府軍の戦争は終わり、メガリレーの廃止も見届けることができました。稲妻の未来がどうなるのか私には予測できません。しかし私は明日天領奉行と和平交渉を進め、和田摘島の平和のために最善を尽くします。皆さんのご尽力があったからこそこのような困難な戦いに勝つことができました。皆さんには感謝しています。この祝賀会はここにいるすべての方に用意したものです。苦労して勝ち取ったこの勝利をしっかりと楽しみましょう。宴も順調で何の問題も起きなくて本当に良かった。人は楽しい気持ちになると誰かに打ち明けたいという気持ちが高まる傾向にあるようです。私のためにもう少し情報を集めていただいてもよろしいでしょうか。天領奉行とファデュイの結託について未だに決め手となる証拠がありません。明日の交渉で何か起きないか心配なのです。
わかった。オイラたちが調査してくるぜ。
I gotta talk to random people. Stop making me talk to random people. There's only one person in this entire place that matters.
最近俺たちにとって戦争をしてた収穫が毎晩聞いたよ。
いやいや
寄ってらっしゃい、見てらっしゃい。天領奉行とでも兵士たちがここ最近、私が知ってる。やっと手が。それ。早く。
They're even making me cross the ocean to go and talk to people. Darn it.
わたつみ島。
オイラたちが
抵抗軍にとって一番そうだ。お前にまだ俺に勝ったら。どう
する？やるのか？
そう。
What makes you think I want to randomly fight you? Dang it.
「お前にはまだ戦う意志が残っているようだ。もしかしたらお前なら俺たちを理解できるかもしれない。メカジキ2番隊の隊長、俺たち。
We've actually been kind of really bad at paying attention to the storyline at all in this one. It kind of sucks. I'm gonna probably end up having to put this entire section on and watch the stream without text, just so that, or without my voice, just so that I can find out what the heck just happened. I have no clue as to what is going on. I think I had a feast. I had to find my swordfish group, but outside of that, I don't really even know why I'm doing what I'm doing. Why does he think I'm gonna start another? I'm the one who stopped the Vision Hunt decree. Oh, because I'm friends with the Shogun. I gotcha.
も知らんくせに俺に説教するな。お前らに何がわかる。戦いに勝つため俺たちはずっと極限まで戦う意志を貫いてきた。それを今さらもう意味がないだなんて。俺たちに武器を下ろさせ一般人のように生活しろと言われてもそんなことできるわけないだろ。目を閉じると見えてくるんだよ。戦場で犠牲になった仲間の姿が。あいつらの姿が脳裏に焼き付いて離れないんだ。だから俺は
I wonder if I could do a maybe that might be something that if we can get a kind of a feel of if how much everybody would like it, I might just go ahead and do kind of a tier list of the shows of the season. I wonder if that would be kind of fun to do. I mean, we're gonna still do our reviews and everything like that, but it might be fun for a stream to do that. I've always been kind of gotten a kick out of the tier list. I don't know that I think they're really that great, but they are kind of fun here and there. But I'm not going to tier list everything in the entire world. That's just silly. I shouldn't have done that. It's 4 o'clock. And I'm starting another dialogue. Just the ones with cute girls? Okay, I can do that. I'm kind of jealous of Andrew's best girl list. He gets to do his best girl lists. Yeah, I'm not going to go and do the talks right now. I'm going to cut it off. How you doing? My own best girl list? I could. I don't know. I'd have to think about that. Because I don't want to just make a double up of everything that Andrew's doing. And generally, in a lot of cases, we do differ here and there, but for the most part, we tend to like a lot of the same characters. So. I mean, like earlier, Andrew likes Tomoe and I like Mio. But when it comes down to it, I think Tomoe is a great character. And yeah, like I said, it would almost have to be something that we'd have to do together, and there's just no point in really doing that. Oh, I just completely closed that out. Anyway, like I said, it's something that I was considering. We'll figure it out at some point what we're going to do. But I have got to cut it off, otherwise I will be going all night, and that is definitely not going to happen since I have to make dinner. So I will bid you all adieu. Have a good night.